This $2 monthly habit is the reason some houses never call a plumber for 10 years straight, and it takes about 15 minutes to do. Most homeowners spend between $400 and $600 over a decade on drain cleaning calls that were completely preventable. Today, I am showing you the exact routine that keeps household pipes flowing clean without ever needing a service call. Stick around until the end, because I am also going to show you a 60-second bathroom sink trick that solves 80% of slow drain problems on its own. Let's start with the single most powerful habit you can build into your monthly routine. This is the big one, and if you only take away one thing from this entire video, take away this. Once a month, you're going to flush your drains with hot water and washing soda. Washing soda is sodium carbonate, and you can find it in the laundry aisle of most grocery stores. A box costs around $3 to $4, and that single box will last you about 2 years of monthly treatments. That means this entire habit costs you roughly $24 over 10 full years. Compare that to $400 in service calls, and the math speaks for itself immediately. Here is exactly how you do it, step by step, in your own home tonight.
Pick an evening when you are finished using the sink for the day. Boil a full kettle or a large pot of water on your stove. While that water heats up, pour about half a cup of washing soda directly down the drain opening. Once the water is fully boiling, slowly pour it down after the washing soda. The hot water activates the washing soda and carries it deep into your pipes, loosening buildup clinging to the inside walls. Doing this at night matters because that solution needs time sitting undisturbed inside the pipe. By morning, when you turn the faucet on again, everything loosened overnight simply washes away with the flow. Repeat this on every single drain in your home, including kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, showers, and tubs. Many people I know pick the first day of every month and set a phone reminder so they never forget. One quick but important note: washing soda is not the same thing as baking soda sitting in your pantry. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, and it is much milder in terms of cleaning power. Washing soda has a higher pH level, which makes it far more effective at breaking down grease and soap buildup. It has actually been used in households for over 100 years, long before modern chemical cleaners existed. Families used it for laundry and general cleaning decades before drain cleaning products even hit store shelves. In many ways, you are simply bringing back a forgotten old house trick that quietly still works today. Now let's talk about why this simple habit actually works, because understanding the problem makes the solution click into place. A clogged drain almost never happens suddenly, even though it always feels that way in the moment. That feeling of sudden blockage is misleading, because the real buildup has been happening for weeks or months already. Every time you wash dishes, shower, or brush your teeth, tiny amounts of soap, grease, and hair travel down the drain. Most of it flows straight through without any issue at all, but a small percentage clings to the inside pipe walls. Think of it almost like buildup slowly narrowing a hose from the inside over a long period of time. It happens so gradually that you never notice it until the day water suddenly stops draining properly. That sudden clog you experience is really just the final moment of a very slow process finally catching up with you. Here is something you need to hear clearly before we move forward together. Those chemical drain cleaners sitting on hardware store shelves are not the solution you think they are. Many of those products contain extremely harsh chemicals that can actually damage the inside of your pipes over time. This becomes especially risky in older homes that still have cast iron or galvanized steel piping installed. Some of these chemicals generate heat inside the pipe as they react with clogs and buildup material. In homes with plastic piping, that heat can soften joints and eventually lead to hidden leaks behind walls. Those leaks often go unnoticed until real water damage shows up somewhere in your ceiling or flooring. So instead of reaching for anything with warning labels, stick with the simple washing soda method we just covered together. If you want an alternative option, enzyme-based drain treatments work well too and use a completely different approach. These products contain natural bacteria that literally consume organic material, building up inside your pipes over time. They are safe for every type of pipe material, including newer plastic piping found in modern homes. You pour them in at night using the same basic idea, letting them work quietly while you sleep. They typically cost between $8 and $12 per bottle, though one bottle usually lasts several months. Either method works well, but the real key to success here is staying consistent every single month. Pick whichever method feels easier for your household, then commit to doing it on the same day every month. Before we continue further into this routine, I want to share something that has genuinely helped a lot of homeowners already. Many of these old-fashioned home maintenance habits come from practical knowledge that used to be passed down through families. Somewhere along the way, a lot of that practical knowledge quietly disappeared as convenience products took over the market. That disappearance is exactly why habits like this monthly flush feel almost like a forgotten secret today. Bringing these old practical solutions back into everyday routines can genuinely save households a significant amount of money over time. Let's put the savings into perspective one more time before we move forward, because the numbers really do matter here. The average household calls for professional drain cleaning somewhere between 2 and 3 times over a 10-year period. Each service call typically costs between $150 and $300, depending on your specific location and situation. That adds up to somewhere between $400 and $600 spent on something that was almost entirely preventable. Let's talk about toilets first, because this is one of the simplest habits to fix immediately. Toilets are designed for exactly 2 things: human waste and toilet paper, and nothing else at all. Not facial tissues, not cotton balls, not dental floss, and definitely not so-called flushable wipes. Those wipes are honestly one of the biggest myths in modern household products today. They do not break down the way toilet paper does, no matter what the packaging claims. These wipes can sit inside sewer lines for months without breaking apart at all. They snag on pipe joints, catch other debris, and create blockages deep within your sewer line. Clearing a blockage like that can easily cost $500 or more to fix. The fix here is incredibly simple. Just throw every wipe directly into the trash instead. This one small change alone can prevent some of the most expensive plumbing calls a homeowner ever makes. Now let's move into the kitchen, because this is where most serious drain problems actually begin forming. I need you to really hear this next part clearly, because it matters more than people realize. Grease should never go down your kitchen drain, not even a small amount, ever. I do not care what advice you have heard about using hot water to wash it through. Here is what actually happens when you pour hot grease down your sink at home. The hot water carries it through the trap, and it disappears out of sight immediately. It feels like it worked perfectly, but the story does not end there at all. 15 to 20 feet further down the pipe, that grease meets cooler water and cooler pipe walls. At that point, it begins to slowly harden and stick to the inside of the pipe. It builds up in thin layers, almost like wax, slowly coating the inside of a candle holder. Every time more grease goes down, another thin layer adds onto what is already there. Over several months, that buildup narrows the pipe until almost nothing can pass through anymore. And the frustrating part is this usually happens in a section of pipe you cannot reach yourself. Clearing it typically requires a professional with specialized equipment, which means another expensive service call. So instead, keep an old jar or empty coffee can near your stove at all times. Pour any grease, oil, or pan drippings into that container instead of the sink. Once it fills up completely, simply throw the entire container away in the trash. For greasy pans and plates, wipe them down with a paper towel before washing them at all. This removes most of the grease before water ever even touches the dish surface. It takes only a few seconds, but it prevents a problem that can take years to build. If your home has a garbage disposal, it also needs a simple monthly cleaning routine of its own. Food particles get trapped underneath the splash guard and around the grinding components over time. Left alone, these particles rot and create both unpleasant odors and slow buildup inside the drain. Here is a simple method that works well for keeping it clean and fresh. Once a month, pour about 2 cups of ice cubes into the disposal along with coarse salt. Run the disposal with cold water for about 30 seconds while the ice and salt work together. That combination scrubs the inside walls and grinding components completely clean. After that, cut a lemon or lime in half and run both halves through the disposal. This step handles any lingering odor while leaving a fresh, natural scent behind. Always use cold water with a garbage disposal, never hot water, no matter what. Cold water keeps grease solid enough for the disposal to properly chop and clear it. Hot water melts that same grease, which sends you right back into the same sticky pipe problem. Let's talk about one more simple but often overlooked line of defense for every single drain in your home. Mesh strainers are inexpensive, and they genuinely act as your very first layer of protection. For kitchen sinks, a small stainless steel mesh strainer sits directly inside the drain opening itself. It catches food particles and debris long before they ever reach your pipes at all. For bathroom sinks, small mesh discs catch hair, toothpaste residue, and tiny soap fragments effectively. For showers and bathtubs, a flat silicone or stainless steel hair catcher works incredibly well. Hair alone causes a huge percentage of shower drain clogs across most households every single year. A full set of strainers for an entire house usually costs around $10 to $15 total. Clean them out every few days or immediately after you notice visible buildup collecting. Let's quickly cover a few common problems you might run into even while following this entire routine. If your drain runs slow even after starting this routine, buildup was likely already present beforehand. In that case, a simple manual snake can help clear existing blockage before starting fresh maintenance. If you hear gurgling sounds while water drains, that usually points toward a venting issue instead. Vent pipes running through your roof can become blocked by leaves, debris, or seasonal buildup. If a drain you rarely use starts smelling bad, the trap underneath it has likely dried out completely. Simply running water through that drain for 15 seconds every couple weeks solves this immediately. Now for that bonus trick I promised you earlier. And this one genuinely surprises most people. This is the 1-minute bathroom sink trick that solves the majority of slow drain issues. Pull up the pop-up stopper sitting inside your bathroom sink drain opening. On most sinks, you can grab it directly and pull it straight upward without much effort. Once removed, take a close look at the very bottom section of that stopper piece. There is a strong chance you will find hair, soap residue, and slime wrapped tightly around it. This buildup sits just a couple inches below the drain opening, quietly restricting your water flow. Clean it thoroughly using a paper towel or scrub it gently with an old toothbrush. Look down into the drain opening itself, since more residue often clings to the connecting rod. Clean that section as well, then simply push the stopper back into place firmly. Run the water afterward, and you will likely notice an immediate improvement in drainage speed. Doing this once a month, alongside your washing soda flush, keeps this problem from ever returning. It takes about 60 seconds total, yet it prevents a huge percentage of slow bathroom sink clogs.
Clean it thoroughly using a paper towel or scrub it gently with an old toothbrush. Look down into the drain opening itself, since more residue often clings to the connecting rod. Clean that section as well, then simply push the stopper back into place firmly. Run the water afterward, and you will likely notice an immediate improvement in drainage speed. Doing this once a month, alongside your washing soda flush, keeps this problem from ever returning. It takes about 60 seconds total, yet it prevents a huge percentage of slow bathroom sink clogs. So there you have it, the complete monthly routine that keeps household drains running clean for years. From the washing soda flush to grease control, disposal care, and that simple stopper trick, every habit works together. None of these steps require special tools, expensive products, or advanced plumbing knowledge of any kind. They simply require consistency and a little bit of awareness about what actually happens inside your pipes. Set a reminder tonight for the 1st of next month and start this simple 15-minute routine. Your pipes will stay clear and your wallet will genuinely thank you over the coming years.